Hello dear students, I hope you are enjoying learning trigonometry and I hope you are doing well. If you have any doubts, any queries, if there is some problem which you are unable to solve, just post it in the comment section. I will try to solve that problem and I can make a video for that. Okay students, so what we have done till now, we were basically talking about trigonometric ratios. We were trying to find out the trigonometric ratios for angles like 0 degree, 45 degree, 30 degree and so on. And then in the last video we saw how the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles are related. So if you have two angles A and B such that A plus B is equal to 90 degrees, then we saw how sine, cosine, tangent of these angles are related. Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about something very important which will be your friend for life if you pursue mathematics further, right? So these are called trigonometric identities. So these are the things which you will always use again and again whatever you are doing when you go for higher mathematics, right? So it's very important to learn them and they are very easy also. Okay, so before going to trigonometric identities, so let us see what are identities. First we should know what are identities, right? For example, if I write like this, something like this, 2x plus 4, what is this? This is an expression, right? So for example, in this case this is a polynomial expression, but you can have something like this, tan x is plus 5. This is an expression, right? So all these are expressions. Now if I put like this, 2x plus 4 is equal to 3. So if you have an equal to sign in between, right, then we call it as an equation, right? So these things should be clear to your mind, that what are expressions and what are equations. And if I suppose I have this thing, a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? Now here you see this is also an equation because it contains an equal to sign here, but this is true for all a and b. This equation is true for all values of variables a and b, right? Irrespective of the values of a and b, this is true. So that when an equation is true for all the values of the variable, we call such an equation as an identity. So what is an identity? An identity is an equation which is true for all the values of the variables involved. Okay, so let me write down. An identity is an equation which is true for all the values of parameters involved. Okay, so this is the difference between an expression, an equation and an identity, right? So till now you must be studying about identities which contains polynomials, but now we can have identities which contains trigonometric ratios, and those identities are called trigonometric identities. For example, I can tell you that we will have something like this, sine square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. This is true always for all the angles a. This is true for all angles a. So whatever is the value of angle A, this is always true. So this is a trigonometric identity, right? So we will be in this video, our aim is to derive some very important trigonometric identities, and they are very easy to derive, you will see, right? So let us in this video derive some trigonometric identities. You can, some people they call them as formulas also, trigonometric formulas. For example, you say that this is a formula, right? So you can either call them as an identity or a formula, it's up to you. So let us look at this triangle. Suppose I have a triangle ABC. Suppose I have a triangle ABC which is right angle at B. Suppose I have a triangle ABC right angle at B. Let triangle ABC be right angled at B. Okay, then by Pythagoras theorem, you know that this is your the square, sum of the squares of these two sides is equal to square of this third side. So we have AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, right? So now if I divide this, if I divide it with AC square, then what I will get? I'll get AB square upon AC square plus BC square upon AC square is equal to AC square upon AC square. Now let us look at this. What is this? What is this AB upon AC? So this is AB upon AC square plus this is BC upon AC square, and this right hand side is 1 here. Okay, now you see in the triangle AB upon AC. This is, if you look at angle C, this is your opposite and this is your hypotenuse. So this is AB upon AC is nothing but opposite upon a hypotenuse for C. So this is sine C square plus BC upon AC is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So this is cos C square is equal to 1. Right? So you get sine square C, we write it like this, plus cos square C is equal to 1. So this is one of the trigonometric identity. And you see here, there is no restriction on C. C can be any acute angle, where C is any angle between 0 and 90 degrees, right? But it is true for all the angles also, right? Right now we have just proved it for between 0 and 90 degrees. At C is equal to 0 degrees, sine C is 0 and cos C is 1. So it implies sine square C plus cos square C will be 0 square plus 1 square. So this is 1. So it means that at C is equal to 0 also the identity is true, and at C is equal to 90 degrees, you see, in that case your sine C will be 1 and cos C will be 0. So your sine square C plus cos square C will be 1 square plus 0 square, which is 1. So it means that this identity is true for all the angles C between 0 and 90 degrees, right? And further you can extend it to, I'm not doing that here, this is true for all the angles C. Whenever you will see in the book, you will see that this identity is true for all angles C, right? More than 90s also I'm talking about, right? But right now let us just concentrate on this angles, because in the triangle we are assuming that this, obviously we are looking at one of the angle is 90 degree, then obviously the other two angles are going to be acute angles. Okay, so this is an important identity. So sometimes instead of C, you must see that in the books it is written like this: sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So this is the first and very important identity in case of trigonometry, right? So now let us look at another identity. So that is again very simple. So we have, again I will consider the triangle ABC, right angle at B. Again I will apply Pythagoras theorem. So we will have AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, and here I will divide with AB square. I will divide with AB square. If I divide with AB square, what I get? I get AB square upon AB square plus BC square upon AB square is equal to AC square upon AB square, right? Now for angle C, this is your opposite, this is adjacent, and this is hypotenuse, right? So now this is 1 plus BC is your adjacent upon AB is your opposite square is equal to AC is your hypotenuse upon AB is your opposite. Okay, now you see what is this? Opposite upon adjacent. So this is adjacent upon opposite, sorry, this is cot of the angle C. Okay, and this here is hypotenuse upon opposite is cosecant of angle C. Now by this time you should remember all these trigonometric ratios. Okay, So you remember that opposite upon adjacent is tan, and opposite of reciprocal of tan is cot. So that is why it is cot here, right? So what we get 1 plus cot squared c is equal to cosecant squared c. So this is true for all the angles, right? Here you see, here when we are talking about this particular triangle, we assume that c is between 0 and 90 degrees, right? Because your c cannot be 0 or 90 if you are looking at this triangle, right? If in this triangle your c has to be an angle between 0 and 90 degrees. Now let us see at c is equal to 0 degrees. Can you see what will happen? Both cosecant c and cot c, they are not defined, they are infinity. So we will not consider that. C is equal to 0 and c is equal to 90 degrees. At c is equal to 90 degrees, you see what is the value of cot c, cot 90 degree, and what is the value of cosecant 90 degree. Cot 90 degree is 0 and cosecant 90 degree is 1. So in that case also you have 1 plus 0 square is equal to 1 square. So it means that this relation is true for all, the angle between 0 and 90 degrees. So you must take care of these things, that because we saw that at some angles sine cos they are defined for all the angles, but tan cot, because they are the ratios of sine and cos or reciprocal, so they take infinite values for some angles. So right, so that way you have to take care of what angles are allowed, right? So here we got this identity, right? So this is another identity which we should remember. You should always remember this identity. Now there is this last one, so we can do from here itself. Here I divided with AB square. Now what will happen if I divide with BC square? So what will happen? AB square upon BC square plus BC square upon BC square is equal to AC square upon BC square. Right? Now what is AB? AB is opposite upon BC is your adjacent square plus this is 1 is equal to AC is your hypotenuse upon BC is your adjacent, okay, square. So what is this? This is tan of angle C plus 1 is equal to, what is this? This is secant of angle C. So what we get? We get 1 plus tan square C is equal to secant square C. So this is the trigonometric identity we are looking for, right? So again here you see at C is equal to 0, tan is 0 and secant is 1. Okay, tan 0 is 0 and secant 0 is 1. In that case 1 plus 0 square will be 1 square. So for C is equal to 0, this is true. Okay, and for C is equal to 90 degrees, tan is not defined, okay, infinity, and secant is also infinity. So we will not talk about that angle. So it means that this particular identity is not true. Like we don't consider it at 90 degree angle. So we write like this: C between 0 and 90 degrees, right? But you will see in the books that these things are not mentioned. But to be perfect, like you should understand that why if somewhere it is written like this, you should know why this 90 degrees is not included here. Okay, so let me summarize. So we have these three identities: sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Then we have 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. We proved it last. And then we have 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. Right? So these are the formulas which you should remember, and they will be very helpful to you when you are solving trigonometric problems. So in the next video, we will practice some questions which are based on trigonometric ratios. So students, please share this video and subscribe to this channel. And happy learning. So enjoy doing this trigonometry. Thank you.